Alright, here we go. Hello everyone.
Hi YouTube.
Say hello to Ben Boroff, the legend. This is him, his camera on screen, and we're going to switch to mine kind of back and forth for a little bit. This is day 3 of Tulsa. This year we did the 1-2 race with Velvets, and I'm just going to take you guys through both of our races, which were extremely different, but fun nonetheless, and we got some TV time, so let's get into it. First time up the hill. This was your first time up the hill ever in race mode.
Right.
How fun was that?
It was pretty awesome. The atmosphere is crazy and the climb is super hard. Pushing massive watts every time I did it.
Yeah, I did this last year. The video's on my YouTube. It didn't last very long. My approach this year was to try to do a move, create a break, something, just to at least have some fun instead of just getting dropped halfway through. So Ben and I both started pretty close to the front, and then I really made an effort to get to the active. And this is only the first lap. As you can see, my lap count only says 5 laps. That kind of spoils a little bit, but I went all out for those first few laps. So this is the first lap. Here on the right is Wyatt, friend of ours, great guy. I don't know why you did this specific thing where you just kicked for like 2 seconds, but I mixed in the race footage a little bit in here from the live stream. You can see me there, third wheel. This kind of like, so you guys know what you look like. So yeah, third wheel going into lap 2, and then this was kind of the ideal moment for me to do my silly move and just go for it. We had radios, and we would like keep each other informed. The plan was for me to do that, and then everyone else to help Ben towards the end, because this course makes sense for him, even though it's silly.
Yeah, I knew today was going to be my best shot for a result. The other 2 days have ended in field sprints and were pretty, not flat, but not extreme.
This is the attack. I feel like this is one of the few hills in the world that it actually looks as steep as it is. I mean, you can tell like it's gnarly. I put in a very hard attack, probably too hard. If I didn't go that hard, I probably would have lasted longer, and maybe could have brought someone with me, which would have been even better. I mean, you can see in the rear camera, there's no one to be seen remotely close, and I wasn't even.
Almost going to motor you right there.
I tried. It didn't let me. Yeah, going off the front, getting my TV time. I think the team was happy with that because that's what I said I would do when I obviously just wasn't feeling good enough to be finishing a race like this, and finishing just to finish I feel like wouldn't have as much value as maybe being off the front for a couple laps. So I kind of just pushed hard for as long as I could. I definitely had a couple laps in me using the downhill to recover a little bit. I could take my own lines in the corners, which is obviously always nice in the crit. Then kind of try to settle down into some sort of a pace here. Threshold pretty much 300-ish watts, which should be enough to at least hold the gap, but then Wyatt starts chasing me down. God knows why. I don't know what that was for.
He's in the standings for the Omnium, probably.
Yeah, but like, why are you chasing a friend down?
Yeah.
I already gave him crap for it, so we don't need to do it if I don't need to. Anyways, Wyatt's the best. Yeah, one more time up the hill. I was very cooked, but I was like, well, I'm just gonna send it as hard as I can and see what happens. Still 500-ish watts. Sounds like a lot. It's really nothing compared to what everyone else is doing in the field. I mean, you can tell the difference in speed from the lap before and how fast everyone else is coming. The guy at the front right there, Micah, he is pretty much countering, but like not attacking, just like upping the pace really hard.
Those 3 guys behind him, they just kind of roll off the front in this next. The hill pitches up hard, and then it has a little descent, and there's one more bump before it flattens off. And I think on that last rise, they get away, and it becomes the breakaway.
Yeah, there you saw Ben coming around me as I try to slide back into the group. And Ben is on Wyatt's wheel, kind of just. I mean, you're doing pretty comfortable power. It's very early in the race, obviously. A lap later, I'm just literally trying to survive, and doing 300 watts up the hill is not remotely close to enough to stay in the group, and this is pretty much the end of my race. Did a great 3 laps.
I think you did a great 3 laps.
It was fun, being off the front at Ruby Hill. But moving on to Ben's footage, which is why we're all here. So this is the first move. At this point, there's the break. So those 3 guys stayed away from earlier.
And I figured I needed to get there now, or it might stay away. So I made this move. I get a solid gap right on the hill, and I'm
You can see it right there.
determined to catch this group. I got
That's
got my shoe covers on,
Super arrow. Super arrow.
saving those watts.
So at this point, you're like the same distance to the front as you are to the back. As you can see in the live stream, that's Ben right there. These 3 guys, I don't know how far they were. There was like 7 to 10 seconds, they say it in the live commentary. I don't have permission to use their footage.
I was hearing in the radio. It was like 7 seconds was the closest I got. But
I mean, you're doing
I'm doing solid watts.
solid watts, but those are the watts I was doing when I was getting caught. So like they've settled, and you're kind of settling as well into your rhythm, and it kind of like that gap stays the same for a very long time.
Yeah. And then at some point, I gotta start thinking, is this effort worth it? Like, am I gonna get to this break, and then I have nothing left, or
It's looking really close.
right,
Like
it's super. It was frustrating how close it was.
I think I think it's here on this flat. Like you can see them right there. The commentator says I think 4 seconds is the smallest gap he says, and you can see like right here. Like obviously, camera's very deceiving. You're way closer to the break than you are to the field, but you would have had to put a really like basically an attack to join them, and they just announced the cream. So, and you have to play with stuff.
Yeah. Whole race.
I don't know what that was. Hopefully water or beer. But anyways,
Yeah, at the top of this climb, I think I just sort of decide to save some energy because we're only 20 minutes into this 60-minute race.
right.
And
It was hot too.
yeah, I'm sure there's only 3 teams represented there, and one of them doesn't have any other teammates.
Right.
So I'm thinking this probably gets brought back later.
You would hope.
I would hope.
This is so you get brought back. You kind of ease up for a lap, which was the move. We were telling you on the radio to do that because the gap was growing instead of shrinking at that point. So then we're not even halfway at this point, and you do a much better job sliding back into the loop than I did, and I feel like you were able to actually recover until the later part of the race, which is this. So this is the lap count's not right, but this is second to last lap.
I'm behind the Omnium series there.
Right around the left, yeah. And he has a teammate in front of him, kind of helping him out. And then next to him is Dante Young, who also has a teammate in front of him, helping him out, trying to get him to the front. And then Wyatt there on the left of the field, trying to get the best Omnium finish possible. So second to last lap up over the hill, 500-ish watts. Obviously less than that first lap, but still like going up to 800. Kicking.
You gotta punch out of that corner every time.
Yes. This guy kind of slipped.
Yeah.
If he hadn't moved to the left just then, you'd have kind of been screwed.
I would have had to use more energy to move
Yeah.
For
You got
sure.
lucky there. And now you're only like fifth wheel, which is ideal
Yep.
to do a move. The only way I feel like for you to win this sprint is to attack before the sprint, because you have Dante Young,
I physically, I can't beat
Alex
Lee
Aikens,
Martin. Yeah,
very
there's-
strong
There's
guys.
some strong sprinters in this sport.
That didn't know you yet. That and at this point, there's two guys up the road.
Just a
In
little
between.
bit ahead of us.
Yeah, you can see right there. There's another one. So yeah, second wheel. This is going into the last lap,
Yeah.
where there's 3 guys up the road. There's 2 in between, just slightly ahead of you, and then you're pretty much leading the whole peloton. I feel like you were really lucky here that this guy kept the pace. He could have just eased up, and it could have you could have gotten a little bit of washing machine effect, which would have sucked really bad.
He just tried to flip me through there. I'm sure he has.
He still
had-
didn't slow down though.
I'm pretty sure he had a teammate. Maybe a group.
There was 2 of them. One of them was in the break initially, and he got dropped.
Oh.
Yeah, because there were 3 up the road, and then it ended up just being 2. So it's 2 and then 2 again, same teams.
And we'll make contact with them right
At the
before
base.
this. Yeah, right at the base of the climb.
Yeah, and then you see Ben's 4th wheel right now.
And take an outside line,
This is the move. This is the only way.
and then I'm all out.
Yep.
My GoPro actually died going into the one to go, which is unfortunate.
Fortunately, there's a live stream. This obviously, the front guys might could hear attacks right before that last little kicker on the lap before the downhill, which was a great move.
But just can't get separation when it comes down to a swim.
Yeah. He just, yeah. And then, I think they still show you before they show the finish, but
Yeah. I'm just,
yeah. That guy's so the guy in second right here won the day before being solo off the front all day. So he's obviously a time trialist. I'm pretty sure he's a triathlete. So Micah had it. Super impressive effort from him. And then I think now it cuts to Ben in the back. Yeah, there we go. Huge gap. Huge gap.
I opened that up as much as I could.
That worked out. 3rd place at Crybaby Hill for his first
Super,
Tulsa ever.
super happy. Best result in the Cat 1 race by far.
Mm-hmm. But Dante Young, 5th, Alex Aikens 6th. Very cool. And now they're a state champion.
Thanks for watching.
Yep. Thanks, guys.